Hi, now we're going to do that vexed question of how on earth do you overcome interview nerves? Well, first thing, everybody gets nervous before interviews. If you've done 30, 40, 100 interviews, it is absolutely human nature to be a bit nervous. Second thing to realise, actually, the interviewer's nervous as well, because they're meeting you for the first time. So you're nervous, they're nervous. Don't worry about it. That is normal. But I think what we're talking about here is if you are the type of person who really suffers from interview nerves, what is it that you can do to overcome those nerves? First thing, I think, practice makes perfect. Practice going for interviews. Do mock interviews with your mates, okay? It doesn't have to be formal. It could be in your flat. But actually just take the time to sit down, get your friends acting seriously to ask you questions. So you've got lots of experience. Or go for jobs that you don't palpably ever want, and they may be far beneath your station, but nevertheless, you're going to get some practice in how to interview. Second thing, I think the most important, preparation makes you perfect. The biggest single thing as to why people are nervous, it's been discovered in research in interviews, is, you know what, they just haven't done their homework. They haven't taken the time to find out about the company. They didn't dress appropriately for the interview. They've come a bit late. They are a bit flustered. So make sure that when you're preparing for that interview, that you've done your research, you've got your questions, you've arrived on time, you're dressed quite nicely, you've walked in the room, you've caught the person's eye, you've taken a note, and a little tip for you. I always used to get nervous, very, very nervous for interviews when I was starting my career. And you know what? I was so nervous once. I walked in the room, I tripped over, I dropped everything. And actually, I got up, I was all flustered and pink and everything. And I said, listen, I'm terribly, terribly sorry, but I got really nervous doing interviews. And actually, the interviewers, the pair of them, were really sweet. And they said, hey, listen, look, don't worry about it. We got nervous then. And actually, later on, I used that as a kind of affectation. So I'd go down, I'd sit down, I'd eyeball them, but I'd still be dead nervous. And I used to say, listen, excuse me if I'm a bit nervous, if I'm a bit croaky voiced, a bit shaky, but it's just I always get nervous in these situations. And last but not least, you know, a smile. A smile works wonders, even on the most frosty of people. So when you've eyeballed them and you've given them, you've shaken their hands, give them a nice smile. Smiles are good. Smiles break atmospheres. Smiles are what links one human being to another.